Today I'm going to share with you a few things I didn't get quite right when I started my fertility coaching business. And the reason I'm sharing this, one, is to make you feel human, because if you are doing some of these same things, which I'm willing to bet you are, it's just part of the normal process. This is not a like fear mongering, this is what you're doing wrong, let's do this right, but really about incorrect mindsets that lead us to make wrong decisions. So these are very tangible mindset shifts that are going to help you as you move forward to make it easier, untangle your thoughts, less overwhelm, less fluff. So let's dive right in. One quick message before we dive into the episode. I want to share with you that there are still free clarity calls available. Now, spots inside the Fruitful Fertility Method have been filling up fast. We're full for May. We're really scheduling into June at this point. So if you are wanting more answers, more support, a personalized plan, you're wondering if the Fruitful Fertility Plan might be the right step for you, use that link in the show notes, schedule your clarity call, and our clarity coach, Kat, will walk you through all the steps. We can't wait to hear your story and see if we can help you on your journey. Okay, now let's get to the four mistakes that I know I was making in the beginning, and I'd be willing to bet that you are making currently. And again, this is not a shame thing. This is not a here's what you're doing wrong, like point a finger at you. It's just to help you make things easier and help you realize like that constant emotional roller coaster you stay on. This kind of opens your eyes to why this might be happening. So, first and foremost is going down a rabbit supplement hole. A rabbit supplement hole. That's not it. Going down a supplement rabbit hole with every ad that comes across your Instagram. So I know when I first started fertility, I did something called Mercier therapy. I actually met people in person. It was like actually like a type of massage we did, and I followed per my training a supplement protocol that had like maybe 10, 11, maybe even 15 supplements on it. It was a lot. And one of my very first clients was a girl I went to church with, and she said, this is a lot. Like, I can't do all of this. This is too many pills. And also it's a lot of money. Like, I can't do this. Now, it really was one of these moments that stuck out in my mind of like, okay, this is not a one size fits all. This is not, you can't just take what other people are doing and automatically apply it to everyone, right? So, but that led me to be like, it led me to this supplement like smorgasbord of like, all right, what was the right supplement for her? How could I get her answers? And then as I'm researching this, right, then the algorithm is very smart. It feeds you what you're looking for, what you're searching for. So, of course, all my ads turn to fertility supplement ads. And each ad makes it sound like their ad is the magic pill, the magic fix. This is the one thing you haven't tried that's going to change everything. And that can get really tiring. That can get really overwhelming because now you've bought three or four supplements, you don't feel any different, and now you're getting ads for three or more different things, and it leaves you overwhelmed. And I was in that exact same place of like trying to tell my clients, like, hey, also try this. Hey, also try this. Hey, what about this? I saw this looks good. Why don't we try this? And I feel like I was just part of the problem, to be honest. But here I am 7, 8 years later, and I feel like I have really fine-tuned what I see work with people. And this is it right here. This is the supplement stack for all supplement stacks. This is for anyone. I don't care if you have PCOS, if you have endometriosis, if you have unexplained infertility. These are the steps I would recommend after doing it wrong and learning the right way over the last 8 years. Number one, I would start with Rise and Source. You guys have seen me on Instagram talk about this, and I don't want to add to the noise of making it sound like it's a magic pill like all these ads do, but I cannot help but talk about it constantly because it works so beautifully. And here's why it works really well. Because especially with unexplained infertility and even conditions like PCOS or endometriosis, where we can't really explain why they happen, we don't really have an origin story for these conditions. It always comes back to minerals and nervous system balance. We don't take in enough minerals because our food is not nutrient rich like it used to be. We're either eating processed food or the soils that our whole foods are grown in are just depleted. So literally spinach from 50 years ago and spinach today do not have the same nutrient composition simply because of the soils being depleted. So we lose minerals that way. We don't take in enough minerals that way, excuse me. And then we lose mineral through things like stress. So think about your daily life, your commute to work, your work hours. Do you have an annoying coworker? You're struggling with fertility. That's stressful in itself. It just adds up. And so we don't have enough minerals on board to promote healthy hormones. We need the minerals to have healthy hormones. And so the nervous system regulation from the rise helps calm your system, helps you feel better, helps you have more energy, supports that mitochondrial health. And then the minerals are added back in to replace what we've lost. And so it's a beautiful, beautiful combination that I see work over and over and over and over again. It's helping my clients have more energy. It's helping them to have better periods. It's helping them to get pregnant without having to do anything else. Now, that's not going to be the case for everybody, but it is an incredibly powerful starting point for anyone. And then if you do Rise and Source 3, 4 months and you're like, hey, I need next steps, that's where HTMA comes in. This is where the fruitful fertility method comes in and why I do it. So instead of going back to all these ads and all these random, like guessing what your body needs, we actually test to see what minerals you're lacking, what imbalances you have, what's causing the stress. So then I can create you a protocol, a simple protocol, not a 27 bottle protocol, but I can address your mineral imbalances so specifically with less that you don't feel overwhelmed. It's easy to implement, it's easy to continue. So there's 2 steps here. Rise and Source to calm the system, add minerals back in. Sometimes that's all you need. And I see it over and over again. Then there's some of you that will need a little more support. But instead of continuing to guess and stay on this emotional roller coaster based on the ads Instagram's feeding you, your test will tell us exactly what your body needs. And it's so nice too, because when you have this mindset, okay, this is the starting place and this is the next step if I need it, it helps you quiet the noise from all those ads. So you don't continue to go down rabbit holes. You don't continue to stress out and waste more money on buying one more thing. And it's amazing. It's amazing. The only other thing that I would stack in there would be a really high quality omega-3, because studies show that women were having a 20% more likelihood of getting pregnant based on decreased inflammation markers. It helps with circulation, so many things. That would be the only other thing I would stack in there. Other than that, I would not add in supplements until I did an HTMA. Okay, so that's number one, going down supplement rabbit holes with each ad that comes across your social media. Number 2 is thinking that fertility topics are in a silo. And what I mean by that is that you think they're individual. So egg quality is not different from thyroid support, is not different from hormone balance. These topics sound different, and again, these supplement ads will make you think that, like, oh, you need a supplement for your thyroid, you need a different supplement for your egg quality. But that's really not true. I find over and over, and again, this is just something I learned over and over, or over the years, over and over again, is every time I went down a rabbit hole of like, okay, egg quality, what improves egg quality? Oh, whole foods, better sleep, more peace, the foundations, the things that we find really boring. Okay, thyroid health really impacts hormone balance. This is really good information. I need to start worrying about my hormone or my thyroid. How can I do that? Oh, you can eat whole foods, you can ditch toxins, you can get more sleep, you can have more peace in your life. Oh, that sounds a lot like egg quality, right? Oh, gut health. It's everything. Your hormones are tied to your gut health. Your gut health is really important. How can I support my gut health? You can eat whole foods, you can sleep more, you can have peace in your life. So you see, we think they're all these different things, so we chase different avenues separately, but they all come back to the same central theme, that we just need better foundations. We need to go back to those boring basics. We need to support our nervous system, and we need to add in more minerals. So anytime you find yourself going down a fertility topic silo, you're like, oh, maybe it's gut health, maybe it's my thyroid. I want you to like release that and know that it's all connected to your foundational health. If I give you the top tips there, it's exactly what I said. Ditching toxic products in your home, like plastic. It's getting better sleep, and it's eating real food. And I don't even want you to get caught up on macros or like antioxidants or all the like different categories we can put food in. I just want you to eat real food as much as possible. That's it. Real food as much as possible. Go to bed earlier. Have more peace in your life. I know that sounds like really generic, but it is so true. It's so true. And again, this is what I have found after 8 years. I went down lots of rabbit holes. I went down lots of avenues. I've studied lots of topics, and they all come back to the same thing. So sometimes when I see fertility pages and I see that they have an egg quality product, and they have a ovulation product, and they have like all these different things. It makes me wonder what they're putting in there that's different than the other ones because it's all connected. Your fertility is not a silo. Your fertility is a reflection of your foundational health. Do I need to have a t-shirt made that says that? I might. I say that a lot. Maybe maybe I need a t-shirt that says that. But again, your fertility topics are not in a silo, they're all connected. So don't feel like you have to go down different paths. Just focus on your foundations. Okay. Number three is looking at what everyone else is doing versus, excuse me, versus focusing on yourself. I know it's really easy to see these success stories, and even I share success stories on the podcast. I share them with, my Rise and Source community because I do want you to feel empowered. I do want you to feel encouraged. But I also want you to keep in mind that your body is unique. Your body is different. And so what worked for Susie over here is not what may work for you. And it's great to be inspired. It's great to be encouraged. But if that's your foundation for how you're going about your fertility journey, you're going to get really worn out and you're going to get really like weary because you're going to be like, why isn't this happening for me? But it's because your body is different than Susie's body. Your body is different than Brittany's body. Your body is different than Amy's body. What you need is different. And again, that's why I'm really proud of my method because that's what we look at. We look at calming the nervous system and minerals across the board for everybody, and then we get super personal if we have to, because I know what you need is different from what someone else may need. And I can tell you in the first intake call with my clients what the differentiator is. Like while the basics are still true for everybody, there's something very specific to their story that needs to be done. So be inspired by other people, but don't necessarily base your decisions on that. For me, it was watching other practitioners. So not necessarily other people getting pregnant, but watching other practitioners and the methods they were using and being like, oh, I need to do that because she's doing that. And I need to incorporate that because she makes it sound wonderful. And all these practitioners have wonderful traits, but I have to realize that God gave me a certain set of skills and has brought me to this space to do one specific thing, right? Like to use my skills well in the way that I am gifted, not to look at the gifts that other practitioners have. Now, I can, of course, learn, I can research, I can incorporate things that feel true to my method, but what I'm saying is like my method is mineral balance and nervous system regulation, which to me, again, it's not in a silo. It helps gut health. It helps all the things. And I use HTMA, but I don't need to start using gut testing just because this practitioner over here uses gut testing. I don't need to go get an an acupuncture degree. That's not what it's called. I don't know if you're to be certified or a doctor or how that works. So excuse my poor analogy here, but like I'm not going to get an acupuncture degree because I see acupuncture working for this practitioner over here. I'm staying in my lane and then I refer out if I think that it's more fitting for someone. So don't look at what everyone else is doing. Be inspired, but focus on your body. If I could give you I'm going to give you two tips on this specifically. One, start with your number one symptom. If you're like, Tori, I don't know what my body needs. I want you to think about the number one symptom you experience. Don't think fertility specific. I want you to think any symptom, fatigue, sleeplessness, I'm not pooping daily, I don't have any energy, my hair's falling out, whatever it is. I want you to start there and focus on that. And if you need ideas or you want to talk about it, like come join the community. We're bringing the Conception Connection back for anybody that's using Rise and Source. It's going to be a community to ask questions and get feedback. But let's talk about it. Use that as your North Star in the decisions that you're making. Well, and God, let God direct your steps. But you see what I'm saying? Follow the symptoms, not what everybody else is doing. And also quiet the noise. If you are on social media and you are following 10 different practitioners and they all have different methods, so you're following me, you're following an acupuncturist, you're following a chiropractor, you're following someone who does gut testing, you're getting a lot of noise and you're feeling very overwhelmed, much like I did when I first started, before I found HTMA and really fell in love with it. You don't know what to do because you've got too many options talking to you at the same time. It's just too much noise. You have to quiet the noise. So you need to unfollow people or get off social media or limit, pick someone that you feel really aligned with and follow that person and go all in on their method. I think that's a great place to start. Don't listen to 10 different people. Find one that you can team up with and you feel aligned with. And that's going to quiet that noise and quiet that overwhelm in you. And last, but certainly not least, is spending more time on chat and Google than in the Word. So this is like a deeply Christian truth bomb for us right now. I would spend so much time Googling on ChatGPT. And again, this kind of like ties into all these other things, right? It ties into looking at what everyone else is doing, thinking fertility topics are in a silo, going down rabbit holes based on whatever ads come across my social media. But I would then have to research these rabbit holes. I would have to research this method this practitioner over here was talking about. I spent so much time researching and not a lot of time doing. And definitely not a lot of time in my Bible, right? Like making that a like side thing. Like I'll read my Bible when I'm done obsessing over this chat conversation that I'm having about egg quality, and it just I find that I support my clients so much better when I spend more time reading my Bible and gaining wisdom and guidance from it. Because our Bible really is full of so many healing, like truly physical healing information in there. We think of it as like just learning about Bible stories or just scripture or just worship and just praise, and it is those things. But God will also talk to you. I had a client that just joined the Fruitful Fertility Method. We got on a sales call and she was talking about just needing to pray about it. And I was like, yes, absolutely pray about it. Let me know. And then she went to her Bible and was reading a very specific scripture that to her stood out and was like, this is your next step. This is what you're going to do. So letting God direct your steps is going to take you so much further than an hour on ChatGPT. I promise you. I promise you. I know it seems like they're not related, like, oh, I just need to spend more time in the Word. Almost seems unrelated to fertility, but I promise it is a fertility boosting practice. Because one, God's going to give you peace. When you're yoked with Him, you have peace. When you let Him guide your steps, you don't waste time. He can't fail. He's already got a plan. So making sure that you are making time to rest your mind. I even in my notes, I wrote, rest guides and God provides. So when you make the time to rest, to read your Bible, to get off Google, to get off chat and quit letting your mind be overstimulated and you get into rest and peace, you're going to find that God's going to light the way for you. God is going to provide the answers for you. I tell people all the time when they, mention, I just don't know if I'm meant to be a mom. And I know you may feel that too, to ask God for confirmation, to talk to Him about it. Like we never stop praying, but sometimes we change the way we pray. Like God, not just God bless me with a pregnancy. Why am I not getting pregnant? But God, confirm this for me. And when He does confirm that for you, it's going to give you a renewed sense of hope, a renewed sense of like, let's do this. What do you have for me, God? I know you have a plan. So like, I'm ready to go. It just feels totally different. So get off chat, get off Google, and spend more time in the Word, and God will direct your steps. So let's recap these four really quick. Number one was going down supplement rabbit holes with each ad that comes across your Instagram. We're going to start Rise and Source because that is going to support your nervous system and your minerals, which is going to impact every system in your body. So no need to get 5 different supplements for 5 different things. These two, one, taste wonderful. You're going to enjoy drinking it, and it's going to create more impact. That's also going to get you access to the Conception Connection, which we're now opening back up for my Rise and Source buyers. If you have more questions about that, just message me, or there's a link in the show notes as well. If you need more support than that, you're ready for testing, you're ready for like more guidance and someone walking it with you and tell you exactly what to take, come into the Fruitful Fertility Method and we will get you answers. Number 2 is thinking fertility topics are in a silo. It's all connected. Gut health, egg quality, thyroid health, all of it comes back to the same foundations. Number 3, looking at what everyone else is doing versus focusing on yourself. Be inspired, take encouragement, but stay in your lane and focus on your body and your story. And number 4, spending more time on chat and Google than in the Word. Put your phone down, get out your Bible, do some praying for clarity, and God will light your steps. Okay. I love you guys. I will see you next week.